How's it going, guys? This is Squishy here. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks that I've learned on my little journey so far with Pokemon Go. So when you first start the game, you're going to be given the option after you create your character to pick between 3 different new characters. It's going to be 3 different Pokemon. So as you can see from this still image, these are your 3 starting Pokemon. You have Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Now, there is one hidden Pokemon, I'm sure most of you guys know by now, it's Pikachu. So no matter which starting Pokemon you actually pick, either the main 3 or Pikachu, and if you need to know how to get Pikachu, it's pretty easy. You just keep walking and keep walking. You don't actually pick the first 3, you just keep walking out of the picture, just keep walking. Them 3 are going to follow you, but eventually Pikachu is going to be one of the options. He's just going to pop in there, and then you can catch him. But the thing you guys have to understand about all this is that those are the first ones you can pick, but those are probably not going to be the best choices to battle with. The reason I'm saying that is because I have been all around Kentucky. I drive for a living. I go all around the city for 11 hours a day, 4 days a week, and I drive everywhere. And I'll tell you what, out of all 4 of them, the only one that I constantly see is Bulbasaur. I see Bulbasaur a lot. I never see a Pikachu. I've caught maybe 1 or 2 of them, and I play on 2 different accounts. So I've maybe seen 1 or 2 Pikachus. I've never seen a Charmander, and I've caught a few Squirtles. So that's what you guys got to understand about this whole little process of first starting out with your 4 main Pokemon. Is I would definitely choose not the one you really want, but the one that's going to benefit you better down the road. The one that you can get more of, the one that you're going to see more of, and the one that you can evolve faster. Okay guys, so that's it on the starting Pokemon. I hope I didn't bore you guys to death, but I did want to make sure I went through it all as detailed as possible to let you guys know that, you don't always have to pick the Pokemon that you want versus the Pokemon that you need, because sometimes the need is going to outweigh the want. Alright, so enough of that, guys. The next thing we're going to get into is some things on your items list. Don't mind all this. A lot of this stuff you'll get when you get higher level. The first thing I want to talk about is your Incense. Right here, guys. Your Incense. So the reason why I want to talk about this is because I have 3 daughters and my old lady living with me, and we all play Pokemon. And for some reason, what everyone wanted to do, even me myself on my first account, what we all wanted to do was go ahead and pop that Incense while we're sitting at home and just wait for the Pokemon to come to us. But that's not right. That's not right at all. So what you want to actually do when you have your Incense, you don't want to pop it while you're at home, okay guys? You do not want to pop it while you're at home. What you want to do is you want to go out and about. You want to start walking or go for a car ride, depending on how old you are. Being in the passenger seat, I would advise being in the passenger seat while catching Pokemon. There's already been some wrecks and some other various things, people falling off cliffs and stuff like that. So I would definitely advise being in the passenger seat, maybe making your woman or your mother drive, grandmother drive, depending on who you live with, gotta love our grannies. So I would definitely recommend, can't stress that enough, that you use your Incense while driving, while walking, not you driving, while you're in motion. There we go, that makes more sense. While you're in motion. The reason being is just because how they did the code in the video game or in the mobile game is they make it where there will be, I think it's like every 5 minutes if you're standing still, you get a Pokemon, versus I think it's a little shorter if you're out there being mobile. You get more Pokemon coming to you if you're moving. So that's it about the Incense. I just want to let you all know about that little feature. The next little thing I want to talk to you about is, well, where'd it go? I think I went the wrong way. Oh, I don't have any, that's why. So there'd actually be some lures right here. How you guys should use the lures, let me go back to my screen, let me exit out of that. Here you go. So as you see, there's 2 lures right here in between these 4 Pokestops. This is how you should be using the lures. You should either have some friends that have lures, and you guys should just go and find like a 3-way or a 4-way stop with Pokestops, and you all can drop them all at the same time. Or you just want to go and, just like I'm doing here, just find someone that's dropped lures. And this is actually a hot spot that I'm at right now. You can go right here and just wait for other people to drop lures. And this place right here, they drop them constantly. I mean, you can see in the background. You can, let me spin it a little bit more. Okay, well, there's not that many going off right now. It's actually 1:30 in the morning. So, but you can see there's 3 more back there. So other people are still up. They're still playing Pokemon on the river, which is just amazing. So that's it about lures, and that brings me to my next topic. Once you hit level 5, you're going to be able to pick a color, pick a team of 3 teams. 3 teams, red, blue, and yellow. Now, I would highly advise you to pick the same team as all of your friends. I myself, on my first account, I picked the red team. And on my second account, which is my main account that I'm playing on now that I'm level 16, my other one's like level 13 or 14, I'm Team Instinct, Team Yellow. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is mainly because if you don't pick the right color, it's just going to be you. Like, here, I'll show you. See in the background, there's a red gym, a blue gym, a blue gym, and, oh, actually, there's a yellow gym right there. I wonder if it's full. No, it's level 2. Okay, so I'll just use this as an example. So, see, I'm a yellow team. See, there's not very many yellow teams here in Louisville. Because here in Louisville, Kentucky, we have our main 2 basketball teams. We got UK and U of L. UK's blue, U of L's red. So generally speaking, that's what color everyone's been picking, just to go off their favorite basketball teams. Now you see right here, you see how it's 2,000 of 4,000. So what I have to do now is I have to go train in this gym. But you see how he put his highest level Pokemon there to try to bogart it, which is, I love this guy. Actually, I've been trying to get a Magikarp so I can get this guy. But you see it's 1695. I don't have any Pokemon that can beat this guy right now. That's 1695. I just don't have anything equipped that I can beat this Pokemon. The reason why I would want to beat him is because you have to train in the gyms in order to get him more levels. So like, let's say you, myself, and this guy, we're all yellow, we're all next to each other, or we all see it or whatnot. We go over there to train in it. So right now it's level 2. So I can actually stick a Pokemon in there, one of my guys, so I can help defend it. And which, by the way, if you do that, that's how you get Pikachu money or Poke money, and you can buy other things in the items menu, right, or in the shop right here. There you go. See, I have 20 Pokemon. I call it Pikachu money. I got 20 Poke money. Actually, I think there's an actual name for it. Am I saying that wrong? Pokemon storage. I don't know. I thought you can actually buy it. Anyway, but like I was saying though, see, because I'm yellow, all my kids are yellow, but they don't really go out with me that much because I'm working all the time. So if I can't help this gym get any better, so I can stick a weak Pokemon in here, and then I can just train with my highest one, and I can get it sort of better. But if I had one that was higher than 1695, I could beat both of them, and then make the XP of the gym go up even higher. You want that because it just makes it that much harder for the next person below or the next team to try and take it. So I've seen level 9 gyms, level 10 gyms, and it's just because people keep training with it. You know, that color keeps training on it, and then once they, you know, get so high, they can keep sticking Pokemon in it. You know, 1 per person. So I've seen packs. I'm talking about packs of people, like, you know, teams of like 10 to 15 different people. And they're just walking around. So could you imagine 10 to 15 of the same team attacking one gym? They would knock it down real fast, and then they'd put their own people in there. Then they'd sit there and train on it, and they could actually get 10 to 15 people in there if all their Pokemon, if they planned it out properly, let's say. Because every time you put a Pokemon in a gym, you get rewarded. But once you take that one reward, you have to wait something like 20 hours or 21 hours. I forget what it is. But you got to wait that time limit in order to collect your funds some more. Now, that's the only bad part. I guess it would be even better if you had a team. You have a whole bunch of gyms next to each other. And then you just take all the gyms at once. And then you collect it at one time before losing them. That way you can reap your benefits real fast. Okay, so that's all on the gyms when you hit level 5. That's my advice once you hit level 5. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're on a good team, a team that is with all of your friends. That way you guys don't get left in behind. Don't try to be the unique one like me and go ahead and pick yellow and have all my friends, they're all different colors. But my family is all the same color, so it'd be nice if we all actually went out and did something. I think I'm going to take them to the park tomorrow or something like that, so that way we can all go down there. But I think my oldest daughter wanted to be solo, and I think she picked blue. So I guess it really wouldn't help me that much. But my youngest daughter, you know, it helped me because she's yellow, so we could actually, if I took down a gym, she could pop her person in and I could pop my person in, and then we can both reap the benefits. So that'd be really nice. So that brings me to my next topic. Speed leveling. So how you speed level, or I call it power leveling. What you want to do is there's certain things all around your city that's just going to appear a lot. For instance, here's a rat. Here, let me go to my Pokemon. I'll show you the difference. Oh, let me make it by name. I actually need to go down and start selling off all my little things. I've been sitting here on this freaking lure for a while. I'm going to make some more videos on what they evolve into. If you guys haven't checked out that series, you need to make sure you go check out my YouTube and check out my series. WTF, what the fudge do they turn into? Made it PG, so therefore kiddos can watch it. Okay, here's a prime example. I have Pidgeys all over my city. Now you see my Pidgey, it only takes 12 to evolve. So every time you get something, it gives you 3 candies. So these Pidgeys, which you see I have a lot of them, they take 12 candies to evolve. Well, I can freaking just walk down the block and get like 5 or 6 different Pidgeys. Every time you evolve one of these animals, it gives you 500 XP. So, and then if it's a new one, if you evolve into a new one, you get even more XP. So, and that's how I tell people to power level. Just get the easiest one. Now, for me, my Pidgeys are the easiest. If you go down to the Weedles, I always see Weedles around. You see their 12 candies also. They're pretty easy to get because they're all around. But the Weedles, you'll be wasting a few Pokeballs if you haven't mastered your curve or anything yet. And I'll talk about the curveball in a second because you're going to see a little video of it. But the Weedles are really nice because you can evolve them really fast. And then also your Caterpies, which... Oh, here we go. Well, let me stop right here because I'm at the rats. You see, rats are all over your city. You're going to see a god-awful lot of rats. You see I have 63 candies. I mean, I see them all over the place. But you see it takes 25 to evolve. So I don't really recommend catching the rats just because it takes so much more to evolve. You can evolve twice using the Pidgey theme versus using the rats. But if you go to my Caterpies, do I have any Caterpies? Caterpie? I don't know why I keep calling them Caterpies. Come on. I guess I don't have any. Oh, here they are. I guess it helps if I use the alphabetical order. Okay, the Caterpies. Now, these guys are just like the Weebles. They're all around the city, and you see right here, it only takes... See right here, it only takes 12 to evolve. So that's really nice. Just 12 to evolve. So that's what I recommend people to do when you're first starting off. You get all your Pidgeys, get all the Weebles, and get all the Caterpies you can. And just freaking start evolving them. And evolve them. Sell them off, evolve them. You don't want to really, and I repeat, do not spend your Stardust or your candy on power-ups. Do not power up anything right now. You know, wait until you're like level 20 or so. I know it's going to suck, but you see right there, I have 21.9. That's just because I was battling it out with some dudes, and I just wanted to show them that my little thing was better than their little thing. But, you know, when a bunch of guys get together and start comparing sizes, you know, of our Pokemon, you know, bad things happen. Like I used all my Stardust. So I would highly recommend only using your Stardust and your candy when you hit like level 20 or above. The reason being is because once you hit level 20 or above, well, actually right now I'm level 16. At level 16, I've been getting like level 700 Pokemon, capturing them. So, I mean, if you try to upgrade your person, like one of the Pokemon, and then, so you use all your candy to get them to, you know, the CP to 700. And then all of a sudden, you hit a certain level, and now that cap has went up, and all of a sudden, now you're catching 500, 600, 700 CP Pokemon. I think actually, let me go back and check. I'll show you. Let me arrange it by CP. This is what I've just caught recently. Here we go. That was, right there, the Pinsir. There's 2 Pinsers level 800 plus. I didn't drop any candy into them. There's a Gold Duck. There's a Taurus. The Golbat. and then the Sither. I didn't evolve any of those. I've actually caught them in the wild. Actually, just standing right here on this corner. Just standing right here. I've caught them, guys. So that's what I'm trying to say. Do not spend that. No matter how much your friends intimidate you, no matter how much any of that stuff, you know, just hang on to it until you hit level 20. That will give you a good freaking boost once you get up there. All right, now the next thing I want to talk to you about is your lucky eggs. So you get your first lucky egg once you hit level 10. You get a lucky egg at level 10, a level 15. You get 2 lucky eggs once you hit level 20. You get another one at level 25, and you hit 3 when you're level 30. That's as far as the chart I'm looking at goes right now. So the cool thing about the lucky eggs, which I do have, I haven't used any of mine yet. Oh, I did not want to go to my shop. Gosh dang it. I want to go to my items. Here we go. So you see right here, the lucky eggs. A lucky egg that's filled with happiness earns double XP for 30 minutes. So this lucky egg isn't really an egg. You can't incubate this egg. Once you equip this lucky egg, you get double XP. So what I would personally recommend doing is, what I'm going to do. That's why I'm capping out. I'm like getting so many Pokemon right now. I would wait until, like, say your Pidgeys. You know, it takes 12 to freaking evolve them. So I would wait till you can evolve maybe like 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. You know what I mean? And then you just keep saving. Don't evolve that many until, like, well, what'd I say? Oh man, did I say level 10? I'm sorry. You get your first lucky egg at level 9. Yeah, that's my fault. That's an error. So your first lucky egg at level 9. So if you can afford to buy a lucky egg, then hey, so be it. You know, go ahead and do the dang thing. And just the cool thing about these mobile games is now that you didn't hear it from me, that now you can actually charge it to your cell phone plan instead of using a credit card. Wink, wink. So actually, if you wanted to use a lucky egg, you can buy a lucky egg right when you go. But if not, then I would just try to power level, use all the Pidgeys and everything until I hit level 9. And then I would want to bank a bunch of them until I got a good amount. And then I'll equip one of my lucky eggs, get double XP. So every time you evolve someone, instead of getting 500, you're going to get freaking 1,000. So that's just going to make you shoot. You're just going to make your guy. Like if your friend's been playing for a week or two and you use that method, the power level method, and you get up there, all of a sudden they're going to be like, how'd you get to level 15 so fast? Like, it took me like 2-3 weeks to get to level 15. And they're going to be like, what? Now, I'll tell you, I've only been playing with my new account, the squishy one, for a week. And in a week, I mean, it's not that good, but in a week, I'm level 16. But keep in mind, I play both accounts. One day I play one account, the next day I play the other account. But if you look at my Pokedex, right there, I have 69 caught Pokemon. I've seen 72. I mean, I have a pretty good amount of Pokemon compared to all my friends. They're like, how the heck do you get so many Pokemon? And I'm like, hey, I can't help it. I drive around, you know. I just drive around, and sometimes I might happen to go to a neighborhood that has a good horde of freaking Pokemon. So then I'm sitting there just catching them all. And then I evolve some of them. That's why I started that new series, you know, WTF, you know, what do they evolve into, whatnot. And then, you know, I tell my friends, like, hey, sorry, you know, sometimes you got to play a little smarter, which is the whole reason why I'm making this tutorial, just so everyone can hear it. You can practice it. If you want to, you can start another account. I mean, it's not going to hurt. One of the main reasons why I started another account is because I have a Pokemon Go trainer account, which is what this one is. And then I also have a Google account one. So if you guys have been playing for a while, if you're new, you got to understand something. We're overloading the servers. They did not make enough servers for this game. So sometimes the logging in by Google will be down, and sometimes logging in by the trainer will be down. So therefore, when you do it like me, and I have 2 accounts, if one's down, you can just jump on the other one, and you're not going to be that far behind. And that's why I have, you know, both my accounts are pretty high up there, or not high up there, but are right next to each other in level. You know, they're not that far off. All right, so the next tip I have for everyone is how to throw the Pokeball. Not really as much. I'm not going to tell you how to throw the Pokeball. I'm going to say, if you watch the video in the background, it's going to show you that I'm throwing a curveball. So if you take your finger and put it actually on the Pokeball, and you sit there and move your finger in a very fast circle really fast, it's going to start sparkling like it is. And then when you throw it, it's going to actually throw a nice curveball. That's really nice because every time you actually hit a curveball, it's an extra 10 XP, which isn't much. But if you do, 10, 20, 30 Pokemon in a day, that plus 10 or times 10 adds up really quick. So that's the cool part about that. Plus, sometimes when you throw a curve, you might actually get a perfect or an excellent marker, and then you get even more XP. So that's really, really cool. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you guys feel like I've missed something or I messed something up, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section. So that way I can either fix it, I can put little something in the video to let everybody know I messed up, or I can just make a whole new video, okay? And going off that and going off of everything I've read in the news and everything else, I just want to say my final tip is be safe out there. There's lots of people taking this game to heart, and they're actually making red, blue, and yellow gangs and beating people and intimidating people away from Pokestops and Pokegyms. So you guys just be safe out there. Don't be one of them idiots. Don't look down at your phone while crossing an intersection or going off a cliff, or ruining a drone, or crashing into a cop, because that's everything that's happened so far. Don't be one of them idiots that do that. Play safe. And keep in mind that if you are driving, you can click on the Pokemon. If you see a Pokemon while you're driving, you can click on them, and it's going to bring it to the battle screen, and you can actually go and pull over or go to a stoplight and then battle the Pokemon. You don't have to do it right then and there. You can actually drive a whole hour or more as long as your phone doesn't reset and the app doesn't freeze. I don't know if you want to risk that, but it would still be right there. You don't have to attack them just because you just seen them. If you guys have any more questions, any comments, concerns, let me know. I'll answer everything. And this is Squishy, signing out.